Okay, a very good morning to Miss Tay and my fellow friends. Today, we as a group, my name is Luke Chung, this is Darren Tan, Dana Tan, Danica Tan, and Crystal Chiang, is going to presenting our very first project for Introduction to Business, our business plan presentation. Okay, so we are planning to do a restaurant. So now I will pass to Crystal Chiang to further explain.
Hi, good morning, I'm Crystal. Hi, good morning, I'm Crystal. We want to open a restaurant in Taylor's, in a food arena called a restaurant that sells healthy food because a lot of students are complaining that don't have healthy food or very oily and then not tasty or something like that. So very expensive, right? So we tried to open a restaurant called Taste Makes Waste. Reason why we want to open this restaurant because expensive. We want to help students to save money, so our prices are reasonable. So it's not overpricing. So next, we want healthy. It's all healthy foods. We can refer to the picture of it's economy rice, fried popiah, and then fried noodles, those kind of food. Okay, so our foods are all delicious, and it's 100% delicious. So our operating hours is we separate to 3 sections. We have breakfast, lunch, and tea time from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. For the breakfast, we sell youtiao. We call it youtiao with soya bean or porridge and dim sum. It's very healthy, right? So next, lunch. Lunch is economy rice because students love economy rice because it's very cheap, and then our campus don't have this kind of food, so we decided to sell economy rice. So next is tea time. So sometimes students after class, actually you feel hungry, right? So sometimes they will go to cha time or what, and then so we decided to we sell Chinese dessert, this kind of red bean, sweet potato soup, and then tang yuan, this kind of desserts. So next I will pass to Dana.
Hi, I'm Dana. Now I'll be talking about the market analysis. So overall, the food sector is valued at just $10 billion in 2002, and it will continue to grow. Okay. And then, as you know, Malaysian, we all love food, right? So we have different cultures that blend into our food, different food. So for this, our restaurant will have the variety of foods. As you can see, economy rice, which is cheap and tasty, and it will be healthy also, and it also gives you a sense of nostalgia and to feel close to home for those students who stay away from home, in a hostel. So the food service, I've conducted a research. Most people prefer to sit down and have a good meal. So students will feel more comfortable in a less crowded restaurant. So our restaurant is in food arena that can cater roughly 10,000 people a month. And then, but next, so it's located in Playlist, and our target customers are students and lecturers, and also maybe university staffs, cleaners, and workers. And as it's located in the city, so we won't really have much transportation problems, such as like transporting the food or the stock to make our food. And maybe occasionally we will have traffic jams, but yeah, we will still get food and stock. So students will probably occupy most of our market. They are our customers, and then lecturers, and 4% staff. Based on this, you can see that our students their cost of living is quite little compared to lecturers, so they prefer to have cheap food, and they prefer to have less fatty and oily foods. And for lecturers, they would prefer to find something fast so that they can fill up their stomach and quickly go back to work. And our competitors, retailers, have Subway, face to face, Pizza Hut, and several other restaurants. Yeah. Their strengths maybe because they provide fast and convenient service food, that people are willing to sacrifice their time for the good quality of food, and they also sometimes they have promotion and have value meals. And their weaknesses are they are mostly unhealthy, they are oily, they are sugary, and mostly it's crowded, and they have poor atmosphere because people can smoke there. And so based on this, we decide to our restaurant will provide a better atmosphere, and it will be fast and convenient because economy rice, you can pick what you want and choose, and yeah, it will be better. Thank you. I'll pass this to Darren.
Next, I'll be talking about the management strategies that the business plans to take. So, the first thing that needs to be talked about is the legal structure of the business. So, when talking about the legal structure of the business, it could either be sole trader, partnership, company, and the company could be private or public. So, the legal structure that our business decided to take was a private company. Why did we decide to be a private company? Mostly because the company has a limited liability in comparison to a partnership. Because there's 5 of us, it was either a partnership or a company. But when you think about a partnership, there would be unlimited liability, which means if the business were to somehow fail and were to go bankrupt, we would have to provide our own personal, the money used to pay for our debts would come from our own personal assets. Rather, we would prefer to have a private company because it has the advantage of limited liability, where we would only lose the amount that we have invested into the company if the business were to fail. The reason why we chose private over public company is because it's a rather small-scale business. It's not too big, so it's relatively easy to source the capital from ourselves rather than resorting to asking the public to generate capital for the business. Next would be some titles and job scopes that we have in our company. First, we will have the director, which is Luke. He would be the decision maker of the company, and he would have the duty of care to customers, employees, and other members of society, which means that he would have to act in accordance to their wants, even though it conflicts with his own personal interests. Next would be a secretary, which is Dana. She would maintain the company records, she would file annual returns, and carry out any other activities that are ruled out by the company. Moving on, I would be a marketing manager. I would determine market demand for the company's services versus other competitors, which means that I would scope the market scene and see how well we're doing against our competitors and see what we can do to improve on our business. I would also identify potential customers so that I would be able to expand our boundaries and hence generate more income for our business. I would also develop pricing strategies based on various factors. So I would, the business would be able to price the products in accordance to the needs and wants of the society, so that our customers won't be disappointed with our business. I would also oversee product development and monitor trends indicating the need for new products and services, so that we can continuously update our menu to accommodate the tastes of the public. Next would be the financial manager, which is Crystal. She would devise budgets for the company so that we would know how much money will be needed and how much we'll use. Project cash flows to know how much money is coming in and out of the business. And determine how to invest and finance projects so that we can further expand the business. And finally, the human resource manager is Danica. She would plan, implement, and evaluate employee relations and human resource policies, practices, and programs, which basically means that she will deal with our employees, their pays, and their rights and responsibilities. Next would be the roles of the mid and lower level employees of the business. So basically, it's a small business, so we don't need that many lower level employees. We would have cooks, kitchen helpers, and waiters and janitors. So roughly around 10 employees only. For example, we only need that for the important, for the roles that we cannot carry out. For example, if the role of a cashier, we could do that if we wanted to. So we only need around 2 to 3 cooks to prepare the food, kitchen helpers to assist in the kitchen, and finally waiters and janitors to attend to the customers and also clean up afterwards.
Okay, hi, I'm Danica. I'm going to talk about marketing strategy. So there's a few benefits for building up this company, and so why do you think we should come to our restaurant? First, we are low in sugar, as research has shown that among youngsters the rate of obesity is quite, in Malaysia is the highest among Asian countries. 49% of women and 44% of men has obesity in Malaysia. Then we are also low in salt, which too much salt intake will cause heart problems and due to the rise of blood pressure. And we use coconut oil because coconut oil is healthier than other cooking oil or olive oil, because if olive oil, you heat it to a certain extent, it will become poisonous and it will not be good for our bodies. Then we won't have any added MSG into our food, so yeah, you can taste the natural taste of our food, and we'll guarantee delicious food served at our shop. And most importantly, it's cheap. Yeah. So for our sales strategy, we will have takeaway services where we will provide plastic Tupperware so that it's healthier compared to polystyrene containers, and we will provide food delivery within campus area for free And for outside tailors area, we will charge a certain amount. And our restaurant will be fully air conditioned to accommodate the hot weather of Malaysia's hot weather. Yeah, and we'll be a non-smoking restaurant so that because some of our customers do not smoke, so when other people smoke, they feel uncomfortable when they are having their meal. And we also have a lot of seats and to accommodate the large crowd during lunch hours, and we can have around 100 customers. And price is told by my business partners, and if you take one veggie, one egg of tofu, and one part of meat, it will only cost 6 ringgit. And for vegetarian, we also will have vegetarian dish. If you choose 2 veggies, then we'll charge you only 4 ringgit. And we'll have free soup for all our customers, and sky juice for 50 cents. And we have cooling water like barley and all those healthy drinks for only 1 ringgit. We also serve juices, but that's not our main drink. And for tea time, we will serve Chinese desserts for only 4 ringgit. As you can see, this is only like 4 of it, but we will have a wide variety. And for our cost price of our breakfast is only 360, so we don't really earn a lot of profit because our main reason to build this company is not to earn profit but to help students to afford more affordable food. Yeah, so these are the cost prices for all our meals. Then for our advertising and promotion, we will use social media. So we have our own website, and then we use the three top social medias which are used by students, which is Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Yeah, and we will mainly post about our operating hours, menu for the day, and we will have some competitions to promote our restaurant. Then we will also post. We also have an article posted in the tailor's own magazine, which is called the ETC, and also in tailor's newspaper, which is called the Ink Singers. And we will have some leaflets which will be printed and placed on those boards which are outside those classrooms, so that it will attract attention. Then we will also have posters which we will place around the shops area so that we can attract more customers. Then for purchase with above 20 ringgit, we will give them some free gifts so that maybe they can hang on their bags or something so that other people will know that our restaurant exists in Taylor's. And then we will have sample tasting for our new food so that other people will know like how delicious it is, and so that they can come and call their friends to come and try as well. And we will have contests such as Instagram contests which they post with the food and upload it to social media so that we can select the best winner and then maybe give them a free meal or something. And we also can have eating competition where they race to eat our delicious food and maybe win themselves a free meal. Yeah, so we will offer to do financial plan.
Hello guys, my name is Luke. Now I'm going to talk about the financial plan for our restaurant, Test Max Ways. So before we're doing our financial plan, it's crucial for us to know our funding requirement, forecast sales, profit over the next 3 years, and also the profit and loss split among the owners. Okay, for the funding requirement, before you start a business, it's very important for you to know how much money is needed to initiating the business. So next, you also require to know the amount of capital invested by the owner, and next, you need to know how much money is needed for you to loan from the lenders. So for our restaurant, the money to start, I have figured out some. Okay, for the rental fee is around 3,000 per month. So before we start our business, we need to pay a 6-month deposit, which means we have to pay an 18K for our 6-month deposit. And then for the utility fees is around 2,000 per month, including the electricity and the water resources. Okay, for the loan from the lender, I have chosen two type of loan. The first one is the industrial hire purchase. This one is specifically for financing to upgrade or buy the machinery and equipment for the kitchen equipment, so that we have others like freeing out funds for other users. For the next one is a term loan. The term loan is for us to for acquiring assets such as land, building, and vehicle. We need a vehicle like a van for us to buy the stock. Yeah, and also for the delivery. So for our forecast sales, to calculate our forecast sale, we need to know the unit sales, average revenue per unit, and the average cost per unit. And then this one depends on how many tables do we have, and then also how many meals we serve every day when the place is almost full. So in tables to cook, we have roughly calculated it's around 40 tables. And then the arrangement of the tables is 1 times 1, which means we have 5 sets of 1 times 1, which means this set of table can sit two person. And then for the 2 times 1, we have 10 sets can sit around 4 person, and this one can sit around 6 person. So this one is the calculation for our main dish one. It's not including our others menu. So it's roughly calculation. Okay, for our breakfast, we're serving porridge, yao and soya milk. The unit sales per day is around 300 per DB. So the average revenue per unit is 5 ringgit. So then the average cost is 3.4. It's like mentioned by Danica just now. So for the lunch is 450 unit sales, and for tea time is 150. So if the place is full with customers, it will be 80% overall. So we roughly calculate that the breakfast session with the number of, just like mentioned just now. So the total average revenue per unit per day is roughly 4,800. And while the total average cost per unit per day is 3,240. So we need to calculate the profit over the next 3 years. First, we need to know how to calculate the profit. Our profit will be calculated by the revenue minus the expenses. So profit over the day is 1,560. And then so profit over the weeks, because we only operate only 5 days in weekdays, which means Monday, Tuesday until Friday. So we have 5 days, so 1,560 times 5 is equal to 7,800. That one is profit per week. And then profit over the month is 31,000. And then over the first year is 374K. And then the profit over the next second year, we will increase 8% of our overall profit, which will be 400K, and then the third year will be increased 15%. So yearly profit minus the expenses is equal to exact profit. The expenses now I include the salary, and then other expenses like kitchen equipment, ingredient, and so on and so forth. So we will, for the exact profit, we have like 200K for the whole shop. I mean for the owner, yeah. Next. So the split and profit and loss among the owners will be, since we have 5 owners, invest the same amount of capitals, we will split and distribute evenly the profit. And then, so if we divide by 5, so each of us yearly will receive 40K, which means per month we only receive 3,400. It's actually we're not earning a lot, but we're helping the student. Yeah. And then we also share all losses equally. Yeah. Like 200K for the whole shop. I mean for the owner. Yeah. Next. So the split and profit and loss among the owners will be, since we have 5 owners, invest the same amount of capitals, we will split and distribute evenly the profit. And then, so if we divide by 5, so each of us yearly will receive 40K, which means per month we only receive 3,400. It's actually we're not earning a lot, but we're helping the student. Yeah. And then we also share all losses equally. Yeah. Thanks. This is the conclusion. We'll pass back to Kristen.
So for the conclusions, food are cheap. So we provide affordable price, and of course we help students to save money, and we serve healthy yet hygiene recipe, and we have a lot of choices of food because some of the others restaurant menus is like very less cheap.